Hello friends, today we're in Verona, and in this city of Romeo and Juliet, we're going to get acquainted, perhaps, with the most romantic finishing material. It's natural stone at the Marmomac 2025 exhibition. If the theatre begins with a cloakroom, then for us, the Marmomac exhibition begins with a theatre, a stone theatre. And here, on several stages, they're showing us the possibilities of working with stone. And these possibilities are sometimes astonishing, but they definitely broaden the boundaries of our understanding. This material. On the central stage is Fabula Litica. It's an enchanted forest, inside which we see a sleeping beauty lying among the trees, covered with a stone fabric. The trees are also made of stone. These are fantastical trees, just like the absolutely magical objects and creatures surrounding this forest glade, all crafted from stone. And at times, it's quite hard to realize that it's stone. In fact, it's rather difficult to believe that this is made from stone at all. But stone is diverse. In fact, stone is quite malleable. It can appear light and very unusual. And the objects themselves are unusual as well. These are interior items, various installations and lamps. By the way, not only natural stone is used here, but also materials derived from it. And of course, modern technology is also used here. The second scene is about modular verticality. These are projects by renowned architects and designers made from natural stone for building facades. In other words, these are ready-made modules that were specially designed to become the highlight of a particular building. And here too, the imagination is absolutely limitless. It's hard to imagine that something like this could even be made from stone. These are also some kinds of volumes. These volumes are created both with CNC machines and with very interesting geometric cups. And of course, the use of light always reveals the unique character of each type of stone. Stone is a giant Tetris from the land of giants, created by the architect Giorgio Canali. Classic shapes from what is perhaps the very first and possibly the most popular computer game are assembled here from giant cubes, each 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. Here, natural stone is also used, as well as composite material derived from natural stone. A good theatre can have not only a bar but also a restaurant, and there is one here as well. It's called l'Avion Rose, and it demonstrates more practical ways of using natural stone in luxurious public interiors. The Revelation exhibition features 4 installations by renowned designers, which reveal rather unusual qualities of stone that we usually overlook. As a rule, when we look at a stone block quarried from the earth, we see a heavy mass, a very rough texture, and sometimes we don't even notice the pattern of the stone. And only after processing do we reveal the texture, bring out the color, and even achieve a certain plasticity in the stone, at least in a visual sense. The object, called Aracari, is an interpretation, an allusion to a tropical bird from the toucan family. And here we see the possibilities of digital technologies, which allow us to create completely fantastical objects from natural stone. Reflections with Stone is a project inspired by the physical and morphological characteristics of local stone. Pietra di Vicenza, or more specifically, its perla blue variation. It features very contrasting shades, a kind of yin and yang from Chinese philosophy. And you are invited to enter a meditative booth, listen to your mind, Immerse yourself in your soul and slow down a little while contemplating these contrasting shades. The Lucidum marble chair symbolizes calm, serenity, and clarity of mind. Here again, we observe what opportunities modern technology opens up for us, our light and shadow play. Alessandro Marchetti was inspired by the landscape, the terrain shaped by the sea. The impression of this installation is also enhanced by the sound effects. A return to natural stone causes us to revive traditional construction methods using this material. The construction industry is responsible for more than 40% of hydrocarbon emissions. On the other hand, when building with stone, these emissions are reduced by almost 99%. Building with stone is also faster. And of course, the loads that stone columns or stone beams can bear are also quite impressive. This material often does not require any additional finishing, unlike concrete. And a stone exhibition, of course, the last thing you expect to see is a boutique. If perfumes inspired by the landscapes of the regions where the stone is quarried are a bit of a stretch, then clothing items made from fibre using marble chips are truly something new. Another very interesting installation, called Symbios, makes us reflect on a slightly different quality of stone. Stone does not spoil air quality. And here we see a symbiosis of the aesthetics of stone and the aesthetics of lichen. The thing is, it's either a fungus or a algae only appears in places where the air quality is very high. That is, where the air is clean. And if the air was polluted and then becomes clean, we can also judge this process by the appearance of lichen. If in the Enchanted Forest we saw 3D printing of some fantastical objects, here more practical applications of this technology are shown. That is, printing structural elements of buildings, again using a mixture that includes marble chips and marble dust. And in the middle we see the work of young masters from the Croatian school, the communities, which gives us hope that this ancient craft will continue its glorious development. It is obvious that marble, natural stone, is mainly used for wall and floor finishes, as well as for cladding facades. And in this sense, it is under great pressure from the ceramics industry, because, of course, high-precision printing technologies now allow ceramics to be made into slabs that almost perfectly imitate natural materials. But what the ceramics industry still cannot achieve is the creation of various 3D objects. Things like bathtubs, sinks, shower trays, and certain worktops with integrated basins, including those for kitchens. In this respect, of course, the stone industry holds a privileged position. Ceramics cannot be backlit, whereas among natural materials, such possibilities exist, and there are even semi-precious materials which can not only be backlit, but also used, for example, as double-sided partitions. They are quite expensive, but look very impressive. And at this exhibition, perhaps, we should pay attention to them. First and foremost, to those items that simply cannot be reproduced in ceramics or in any kind of composite materials. I really like the pieces presented by the Portuguese company Galleral. They actually focus more on interior items here, rather than on their core expertise, which is cladding. They're showcasing several new products here. This is the fila shelving system. Fila means queue in Portuguese, and so you can arrange these elements into a sort of queue. This queue can be a bookcase or a wine cabinet. You can use them as tables or stools as well. And by combining different types of marble, you can also create some rather unusual graphics. The second new product is a collection of vases. Onda means wave, and these waves also have a modular structure. So once again, you can combine them in various ways. There are tall models and short ones, and of course, they look especially impressive when grouped together. They also look great on the table, which was designed by Milanese duo especially for Galleral. And by the way, this was a premiere at the Milan Salon. Another interesting project is called Stone. Stone is a combination of two words, stone and home. This is a collection that was created from marble offcuts. In other words, these are various ready-made patterns that you can buy as finished products and immediately lay out in your own interior. And especially for this show, Galleral went even further and presented a collection of tables which are also clad in these tiles with these patterns. When it comes to textured surfaces, of course, natural stone offers quite a wide range of possibilities. Nevertheless, there is also a certain pressure here from the ceramics industry, because ceramics have also now mastered the creation of quite striking reliefs, with thicknesses ranging from 3 to even 5 millimeters. Still, natural, somewhat rugged surfaces look undeniably more expressive in stone. Stone also allows for the realization of very deep parametric design. Unfortunately, this is still out of reach for ceramicists at the moment. You get a very poetic statement which will become a wonderful accent in any interior, or you can even create a work of art and use it as a painting on the wall. For example, when it comes to flat products, it's also worth noting that true thick slabs are still unavailable to ceramicists. That is, not 10 to 20 millimeters, but 50 to 60 millimeters. Of course, this is required quite rarely, but nevertheless, such items look monumental and absolutely highlight the owner's taste. By the way, an interesting point is that 40% of the stone industry's volume is accounted for by funeral services. It's sad, of course, but the fact remains. If your area of interest is interior design, then at the Marmomac exhibition, of course, there isn't that much that deserves attention, but I also had something of a revelation. Stone is a material that's available all over the world. In every country, in every corner, there is natural stone. Every country, every people can create something from this material. Building houses, creating facades, various interior items, and this will be local production. On the other hand, if you work with stone, it's impossible to solve every task using just one type. That's why export is needed, buying different shades from other countries. Well, that's exactly what Italy does, in fact. That's precisely why it is the center of the stone industry. They are the main resellers of natural stone in the world. So this tells me that on the one hand, stone is something local, but on the other hand, it's something global that brings people together. And I think that's worth paying attention to. Well, I hope you've noticed something that will be useful to you. You like the video? If so, then write something nice, give it a like, and of course, share this video with your friends.